Aquarius, welcome to your reading. Thank you for visiting my channel here for January 2020. Happy New Year. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading. So if something doesn't resonate with you, please throw it out. If it does, spirit, your higher self, you will know I needed to hear that message. Let me do some examination on it. And so please keep that in mind. You are ultimately the creator of your life, and that this is serves as guidance to you when it comes to that. So I have the message of transformation will go here, and then the faith and courage messages from spirit that will support you in this transformation in the month of January. So during my pre-shuffle for you guys, Aquarius, the energy I'm getting here is that this is a transformative time for you when it comes to releasing a lot of pain. It's a time for heart healing, old wounds. And maybe those wounds have caused some blockages in your communication, how you communicate to others, how you communicate to yourself. And really it's about, I know you're a air sign, so it's really a lot about your communication in your mind. And I feel like spirit is here in January just asking you to really delve into that heart space, when it comes to communication, and it will give you clarity, right? Meditation can happen, can help with this. A spirit of gratitude, can open up that heart chakra even more. And then that inner teacher and the things that you have to give through your communication, through your advice to others, will be more heart-based, right? So if it's in relationships, you're dealing with a spouse or your kids or siblings, or it's how you communicate and releasing anger and past wounds. And I feel like that's what January is about. It's about that for a lot of signs. I mean, January is about letting go, clarity, right? Clarity on self, clarity on the world around you. 2020 vision, right? That's really the theme for many signs. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into your reading. Spirit, what is the message of transformation for Aquarius in January 2020? The message of transformation, please. Provide me with the messages for Aquarius for their highest good. Okay, let's get started. Transformation message. What's at the bottom? Don't let your past hold you back. Amen. Right? So whatever it is, those past wounds, past hurt, whatever that is, let it go. Right? Do not let it hold you back, because there's so much in front of you. So much in front of you. So what is the message? This card has come up. I think this is like the third or fourth reading I've done where this has been the message. And it's very interesting, actually. But the message is, don't let pride get in your way. And a lot of times when we go through the fire and people have made us feel less than, we kind of dig into that energy of protection, protecting ourselves and not allowing anyone to, take that from us. Feeling as if, if we do allow others to take that from us, then it somehow we failed, feeling like, I don't know, that we have to prove ourselves. So, ask yourself, has pride become an obstacle? Is it based on ego? Like the way you deal or communicate with people, is it based on ego, or is it from the heart? Because this is Leo energy, and Leo energy is all about the heart, like the big hearted king of the jungle, the lion right there. It's all about the heart. The energy is great, amazing. But, when you combine it with the full moon here, it can be over the top. It can be over the top. And, really the message here is more love and thoughts for the greater good is really what Spirit wants you to see. It's a balance. It's a time that you need to find balance between your own needs and the needs of the people around you. And this is going to help you heal a lot of your relationships, or help your relationship. So it is really about finding a healthy balance and self-esteem, understanding that everyone is equally important. And if there's things in your life that do not fit, that you may need to let things go. So this is a time for you, to remain confident, but just finding that balance so that you can release the pride, that may become an obstacle for you. So if you feel that, and I feel like, if this is resonating with you, you know what I'm talking about. And if you feel that maybe some things in the past have come from a place of the ego, this is just a gentle reminder from spirit that, you are beautiful, you do shine, you are amazing. And that, just to bring it back into balance so that that pride doesn't get in the way of what you're trying to accomplish. Okay. So what faith is needed in order to complete this transformation? Spirit, please provide me with the messages of faith for Aquarius in January 2020. It's almost birthday time for you guys. That's what I'm saying. January 2020. I have not said February for any other sign. Great things coming towards you, Aquarius. What is the message of faith for Aquarius, January 2020? Keep sounding like Barbara Walters. January 2020. Like, what? Not a show coming on. Hey, look at that. The sun. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it's beautiful because when you think about don't let pride get in your way, in my mind, pride is really about trying to force yourself to shine in any situation, anything that comes up, any conflict, anything. You have to shine, have to shine, have to shine at the expense or cost of anyone, right? But when it comes to a balancing of that, it's as if that you will, that your life is full of sunshine, that you are the sun. Again, Leo energy. It's there. It's there, right? You're healing and you will shine bright. You don't have to try to prove that to anyone. You're already the bomb, right? And it's going to come out in your interactions with people when you maintain that balance. Maintaining balance, understanding the needs of others will not take away from your shine. I feel like that's what Spirit wants you to know. Message of faith, victory. This came out for Sagittarius as well, for faith. They did come out in reverse for Sagittarius, but faith and victory. Aquarius, I feel like the reason you have to have faith is because maybe things have not turned out for you in the way that you had hoped in the past. In the pre-shuffle, it talked about, releasing those wounds and, past hurt and really coming from the heart space. And so I feel like pride may be covering up really fear of not being victorious. But faith is having faith in a victorious outcome is what Spirit wants you to believe, because it's the truth. You will be victorious, but you have to have faith. And when and when you operate in this energy, it will bring balance into your life, and you'll be able to have more love in your heart, knowing that it's not you against the world, but that the world is actually here to support you, and that there is so much beauty. And I feel like even a new beginning for a lot of you in just life itself. And there's just a lot of beauty that's coming in. So now I'm going to pull the message of courage for my dear Aquarius. What is the message of courage? What courage? Because this is really like a change of patterns You know, it feels like this is a pattern that you've had for a while. Like if someone hurts you, or, you know, things don't go as planned, the pride starts to come in as a protective mechanism. Maybe there have been people in your life that have been, you know, have treated certain things about you as prey. You know, they have preyed on your greatness or your qualities. And so as a protective measure, it's more of, you know, I'm not going to let that get in the way. This is who I am. And, you know, I don't care about your needs or things like that. But Spirit is just saying, no, you are loved. You have so much love around you. And I just, you know, want you to see that in the month of January. That is what Spirit is saying. So, Spirit, what is the message of courage for Aquarius in January 2020? Message of courage for Aquarius in January 2020. Okay, thank you. Okay, it's at the bottom of the deck. Happy. I love that. It comes out in reverse. I feel like that is a message to, again, remain positive, knowing that you'll be victorious. And maybe you are kind of afraid to be happy, if that makes any sense. I don't know where that came from, but I feel like there's many of you out there that needed to hear that and really ask yourself that question. Are you afraid to truly be happy? Because even though you may go through your life, you know, this is really about the relationship that you have with yourself. This is not about perception of how people see you. Do people see you as happy? Do you maintain a happy spirit? But this is about, are you afraid to be happy? You know, maybe you need to lighten up in certain things. Just be silly. You know, don't take yourself or any situation too seriously, but have fun, be playful. Know that there are great energies around you, especially coming up towards your birthday. I feel like that's a great message. Courage, unfinished symphony. Capricorn got this card as well. And so really what this is about is that, this is, you know, the energy so far is releasing wounds from the past and hurt, you know, and pain and things that did not go well, because I feel like they're really influencing a lot of your choices in communication right now. And when we talk about unfinished symphony, especially in the reverse, there may be a need of things or people in the past. Maybe you don't have closure. You know, or maybe you're needing that, you know, just to really close it out and just close out emotionally in that heart space with anything in your life, you know, that you feel may be a blockage for you, or even when it comes to business, you know, just really don't procrastinate or stall, or, you know, overthinking things and getting distracted. It's about learning the lesson and just moving forward, you know? So if something comes up, and let's say your first reaction is to protect yourself, which may trigger the ego, or being very prideful in the situation, Spirit is saying, you know, find the lesson in the past. Find what has held you back, because this time around, victory is on your side. You will be victorious. You know, it's just a matter of when these things come up, when these thoughts come up from the past about how you view yourself, how you view the world. Spirit is telling you to challenge that, to find the closure in that part of your life, and to move forward with confidence, knowing that you are now in a new cycle, that all of that past hurt and pain can be released, because now you've made it through the storms, and now you're creating a life where the people around you and the things that are coming into your life, they don't reflect the past anymore. right? Because of the work that you did, because you have transmuted hurt and pain from the past. And so those people that are here now, they're not out to get you. They're not out to hurt you. But, you know, if you start to allow that pain from the past to interfere with your connection with them, then it may start to create exactly what you don't want, right? So I think the message from Spirit is to recognize how amazing you are for overcoming all the BS you have, and to know that it's paying off for you right now. That because you have overcome that, the people that you're inviting into your world and the energy that you are putting out, you know, whether you know it or not, is so healing, and you're creating a new life of abundance. But it's really a need for you to also release the past and not get confused about much, because, you know, you have a lot of great things that are coming up for you. Trust and believe that. Okay. So Spirit, what are the messages for Aquarius in January 2020? Please provide me with the messages with clarity for Aquarius here in January 2020. Thank you so much, Spirit. Bottom of the deck, strength. This is definitely a month where you have to gain strength, because it's transformation and it's breaking patterns. It's, you know, it's changing the way your mind thinks so that your heart space can be activated. But you have it. You have so much strength. Center of your reading, Knight of Swords. This is definitely going to require courage, because I'm getting a message of fear. Fear to just move forward with certain things. I feel like it may be impacted by the past. Let's see. Yeah, Queen of Swords. A lot of air energy. You could be dealing with another air sign. But when I think of the Queen of Swords, she is very independent and knows exactly, and this could be you, you know, being Aquarius. This could definitely represent the energy that you're in. Really taking control of your life is going to help you get over this fear. So your strength is your communication. Your strength is your mind and how you think. And so Spirit is asking you to really examine that. Make sure you're refining it, because that is what's going to help you get over this fear. Once you that heart space is going to activate, right? It's going to clarify how you communicate moving forward, so that you can become that Queen of Swords who is she knows what she wants and she knows how to communicate it, right? But I'm getting the sense that there's some fear behind that. There's some fear behind that. And so transforming the heart pain is going to transform fear into courage, right? It's going to really put you in your true power. You get the Tower. You've had some Tower moments. This is what has caused you to have that fear, or to have to protect yourself. You know, there's been some things that have happened that have pretty much brought you to the point where you have to start over. You know, all your ideas, everything that you thought, maybe you're in a situation where you had seemingly built this tower and realized that it was built, it wasn't stable, because any issue or something happened to where a thought just tumbled down. But Spirit is saying, allow this to happen. Accept it for what it is, because now that it's happened, you have an opportunity to release it, right? It has fallen. The worst is behind you, is what I'm hearing. The worst is behind you, because even though this has happened, you have to have faith in victory. In the past, yes, you've tried to start new beginnings in the past. You've tried to, maybe even marriage. Some of you have tried to have a successful marriage, a successful business. However, you know, or even a job, but there's been some moments that have, stopped this from happening. But it's in the past, so it's moving out. That's no longer part of your energy moving forward, right? And consciously, consciously, you get the death in reverse. You know that you need to release. You need to bring this tower moment to an end. But the fact that it's in reverse is saying that you're struggling with that. You're having difficulty transitioning from past fears, right? And past issues that have happened that caused a tower moment, a big explosion in your life, things tumbling down. You're having trouble bringing that to an end. And this can be affecting your relationships today, and even your relationship with yourself. So Spirit is saying, please let go, let it die, so that you can get the abundance that is waiting for you. You get the Knight of Wands in reverse here under the fear. And I feel like this is all about movement. And in the future is really going to have to you're going to have to go into that heart space so that your soul can be activated again, so that you can have that fiery energy and move forward. Because when it's stifled, you may become someone you don't like. You may not be approaching situations as you truly wish, and it's because of that pain and that hurt and that fear of pain and hurt. It's almost as if you're working on healing what happened to you, working on accepting it, right? But you also don't want to recreate it. And so there's this lack of movement or this blockage of passion along with fear. But Spirit is saying it's okay. If you let go, you'll allow things to flow. And you're the second sign that I brought this waterfall into the reading of. The first one was Capricorn right before you. And now you. And I just feel like it's such a representation of exactly for, even like Capricorn, it's just letting it flow out of your life, letting all of this tower moment energy just flow out. Like, let it just go so that you can bring in new things. You are definitely in reflection mode. You're doing a lot of self-reflection on yourself, taking on that hermit energy. You are a light to the world, and you're trying to find your spiritual light because it must have been taken from you. But now that you're spending time to just kind of go to higher ground, he's in higher ground, just kind of looking over the land, finding where he fits in, where he wants to go next, who he really is. A lot of self-reflection of the soul, right? And that comes right under the Queen of Swords, who is really about clarity and communication, and clearing out. She has sage in her hands, clearing out things that no longer serve you and finding out who you really are, right? That is going to benefit you. And then you get the High Priest. And this comes out in the environment position or external. So I feel that, especially with this coming under the Tower, I feel like you spent a lot of time trying to do things right, trying to fit in, take the traditional route, maybe even marriage, as I mentioned, a job, just doing things as, I don't know, the American dream, you can say, or things how they should be done, like doing things the right way, being very traditional about it. Again, this could be marriage, the High Priest card. Maybe you were dealing with the Taurus. And then there was a Tower moment. There was a Tower moment that happened that destroyed this belief that this really was worth it, that this was really how it should have gone, right? But I feel like Spirit wanted that, or the part of accepting it is to accept that life flows. Sometimes it goes the way we want it to, and sometimes it doesn't. But how we become victorious is to go with the flow and understand that sometimes you lose some, but sometimes you win, right? And this Tower moment of this is not an ending, But once you accept it, it's simply a transition to something else. Death by default creates a beginning, right? And so once you are able to accept that, you will allow so much abundance to flow into your life. Your hopes and your fears, and I think this is hope, is that you want to start a new beginning. I just said that death by default creates a new beginning, and that's what you want, and that is coming toward you. You want to travel light. You don't want the baggage anymore. You don't want that stuff, right? You just want to be free to start over, and that is absolutely coming towards you, especially with the release of things not working out and being blocked in the past. You now have the opportunity to start over. And what is the outcome? Ending. An ending. So Aquarius, there's a lot to be said about this card. And remember, at the bottom of the deck, we had the Strength in reverse. Ooh, Aquarius, I'm really in your energy right now. So this right here, when I look at this, I see several incidents. I know that there was a tower moment that happened, and I feel like this happened after all of this, right? But this tower moment felt like 10 swords in your back. You could say you felt betrayed, you felt backstabbed. You might have seen many of these swords coming. They're all from the back, right? So you weren't clear about the swords coming at you. But after about 2 or 3 swords, 2 or 3 incidents of betrayal, or 2 or 3 letdowns or disappointment, you kind of knew. But Aquarius, what I feel is that your heart was so involved in whatever venture this was, that you were willing to take 10, right? You were willing to take 10 swords from this situation, from this person. Whatever this was, you stuck in there. You stuck in there. And now, really, the month of January is about acceptance. And I feel like as we approach your month of birthdays and your the day that you incarnated on this planet, it's really about understanding this cycle and to truly bring it to an end. Because you can look at this card as it's the 10 of swords, and so this person is pretty much done, but this person is also finally able to rest, because in this state, no more swords can come at you. It's over. It's over. So now there's a beginning. And when you get this right under the death card, it's really just accepting it, knowing that it's time to transition to something better, that the worst is behind you. Because this comes out in the upright, but this comes out in the reverse. So the ending has happened. It's done. But the thing that will elevate you or evolve you will be when you finally accept the death of it. Right? And then you'll be able to move forward and bring so much abundance into your life. You will start to feel gratitude for what you have. You will start to appreciate where your life is. Your heart will start to heal. You will start to see the people around you differently. You will start to communicate now with a healed heart, which will in itself change situations. I'm feeling like many of you need animals. Some of you may be able to find comfort through animals, but there's a spiritual awakening that's happening right now for you. You're starting to feel your connection to God. You're starting to feel full of life. It's as if your veins, your blood is flowing with so much energy right now. And it's really just about harnessing that energy and going in the direction that you need. But before you get to that next step, which is going to bring you victory, it's really about letting go of all of this energy. And I'm just, Archangel Michael, I'm just going to spray my angel oils to release and clear this for Aquarius, because this right here is heavy. This was heavy energy for you in the past. And you have a lot of major arcana. You have the Hermit, you have the Tower, the Fool, and Death card, the High Priestess. This is not something that just happened in the month of January or will happen. This was in your life. These are life lessons that you are transforming. And this pride is simply about protecting yourself from this past hurt. But once you let go of this, my dear Aquarius, there is so much abundance waiting on you, so much victory on the other side that's just waiting to flow into your life. Whew. Rose quartz. I recommend, if this resonates with you, to find you some rose quartz and keep it on you as you're going through this heart healing. Wear green, because this is really going to help you so much. It's going to release that fear. It's going to release that pain. And you will be all right, my dear Aquarius. So what is the message, Spirit, for my Aquarius as we end this for the January 2020? Okay, thank you. Okay. Offend no one and yet speak the truth. Be clear and kind with your words, never harsh. So that definitely goes in harmony with this whole reading, right? Offend no one and speak the truth. Be clear and kind with your words. When you're talking about this energy right here, Aquarius, I feel like what you're saying is based on it's the fear behind it. It's the fear behind it that causes you to speak harshly to others. It's Spirit is not asking you to not speak your truth. If something needs to be said, not to say it. That is not what Spirit is saying. Spirit is asking you just to communicate from a healed heart space. And once you're able to release that, you'll release the anger, you'll release the fear, and you'll be able to communicate with love. And it's going to improve your life. It's going to present you with so many opportunities and so much abundance. And you deserve that. You deserve that, Aquarius. And Spirit is saying also that, I got you. That's what I hear. I got you. I haven't done this for any other sign, and you are number 11. But I feel like with this energy, I just need to pull a message from the angels, just to see what messages that they have for you, because I don't feel like this reading is complete until we hear from the angels right here, because they are so with you. They're with you through this because they understand the level of impact that your past has had on you, and you're going to need that support transforming. So Spirit, what is the angel messages for for my Aquarius? What are the angel messages? Okay. Let's see what that message is. At the bottom of the deck, you have Transformation, Archangel Zadkiel, for supporting me to transform from my past challenges. Thank you for helping me transform from my past challenges. At the bottom of the first deck, don't let your past hold you back. So this is definitely about getting rid of the past. But what is the message from the angels? Honor your beauty. Thank you, Jaffiel, for helping me discover my inner and outer beauty. And that's so beautiful as it comes in line with the pride, right? You're beautiful anyway. You're as beautiful as the lion on this moon, that Leo energy that will always shine through you. And so much green is in this card, which is the heart chakra. The heart chakra will help you with that self-love and see your beauty in every situation and how it will never change. You are loved. And you are supported. But I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I didn't expect this reading to be this long, but I love you guys. Please remember to love yourselves. Subscribe and like if it resonated. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.